All right, welcome back to my channel. So I just set up everything. It took me like 3 hours to do. Today I'm gonna do a snake breakout on my face, like basically my skin, but then underneath my skin is going to be like a layer of snakeskin. I got the inspiration from Google. I don't know her name, but this is the girl that I got inspiration from. I want to do that piece, but then add more to it. This is going to be my second video. This is going to be my second video, not four, but second on this channel. And I'm Juice. Let's just finger cross this second one because there's some things that I've never done before that I'm going to be doing in this video, and I just hope it doesn't go wrong. I am also going to be playing my music again and doing a voice over this. As much as that was so annoying and exhausting to do, I'm going to be doing a voiceover. So yeah, to enjoy the ride, grab a snack, do what you gotta do, and let's get started. So I'm taking this Elmer's glue and I'm going to cover up one of my brows because I need to paint over it. But mind you, I've never done this before, so I was terrified on what was going to happen or how this was going to come out. So I'm going to take my setting powder. You can use whatever you have at home. Then I'm going to take one of these sponges and cover this up. I use these little sponges I got from Walmart just because I can throw them away after and I don't feel like cleaning them. Next, I'm going to take this eyebrow brush and I'm going to dip into this green from the Imagic palette, and I'm going to trace out everywhere I want snakeskin to break out. You can kind of figure out how you want this all over your face. I just chose to put little pieces on my forehead and then some on the side of my face. Do whatever you feel comfortable with, but this is what I decided to do. Next, I'm going to go with this brush and dip into the yellow and green from the Imagic palette. That's Dominic. He was making fun of me because my eyebrow was glued down and he said it was going to fall off. And I was trying to defend myself, but I really didn't even know if it was going to fall off or not. But anyways, you're going to fill in the snakeskin, and I chose to use the green and yellow because I felt like it was kind of bland with just the green. So you can use just green, or you can use green and yellow like I did. So feel free to go outside of the lines because you don't really want the skin to look so precise. Having all the little out of the line corners and, you know, all that, it actually creates a realistic effect when you go in and outline it, because we will go in and outline it. So don't be afraid to go out of the lines a little bit. So I'm going to take some concealer. You can use whatever concealer you have. I'm placing it under my eye. I'm probably not doing this right, but I'm learning. And I'm going to blend this into my skin. Now I'm going to take some foundation. This is going to be tricky for people who have more of a full coverage foundation. Maybe right after you trace out, placing your foundation on your face might be the best idea before you fill in all the green, just so you don't pick up all that green on your beauty blender or brush, whatever you're using. And this would not be a video with Justina if my camera did not cut off. Now I'm going to take this NYX eyeliner and I'm going to trace out all of this snakeskin. So even though the camera cut off, I didn't get very far, I don't think. You're going to take that same eyeliner and now we're going to work on these snake scales. I'm doing like a half C right now, but my shapes are going to change, as you will see throughout the different patches of snakeskin I have over my face. I'm going to sometimes do like a diamond. I'm going to do a half triangle. Sometimes it looks like a half square. It just is kind of what you think fits in that place. You kind of follow what I'm doing. If not, feel free to kind of create your own shapes of snakeskin. Now obviously these pieces are a little bit smaller to do a whole bunch of snake scales, so I'm kind of just adding some lines in there that curve out to look like snake scales underneath the skin. So that's one way to do it. So I'm taking that liner and I'm tracing out where I want the snake eye to be. I kind of put it in the crease of my eye. That's because I don't want it to be too big and I kind of want it to follow my own eye shape. You'll notice as I get further away from the center of my face that the snake scales actually begin to get bigger, and that's just because if you look at a snake, their snake scales get bigger as it goes further down their body. I took this yellow from the Imagic palette with a small brush, and I'm just going to go in and add a little yellow highlight to the, I guess it would be the end or the tip of the scales, just to create this little, I don't know, like a highlight. Next, I'm going to go in with this white from the Imagic palette and place it in the same corners that I placed that yellow. I'm going to take some more concealer and I'm going to place this where I want the snake eye to lay. I'm doing this to create an even base. Now, if you've seen my last video, I struggled with doing a winged eyeliner, so I was practically holding my breath and just hoping that this time it came out better. Now I'm going to take some brown and I'm going to put it on the inner and outer corners of the eyelid. And I'm taking a little bit of white and I'm going to add it to the center of my eyelid to create like a little highlight behind the pupil. And as you can see, I'm struggling on blending this out, which is why I went into my James Charles palette and I took the shade Tune and helped me blend this out a little bit more. Next, I went in with this yellow shade, which is called B, and packed this in the center of my eyelid. Now, I noticed that it was blending out too much with the brown, so I went in with some more yellow and white. And then I took that brown shade, which is called T, and packed that into the corners again. It is easier to blend out with eyeshadow. That's something I realized midway through. So if you wanted to probably do this whole eyelid with eyeshadow, you probably could. Now I'm going in with that eyeliner and I'm going to trace out the snake pupil. This part is a little tricky because you don't want the pupil to be too big and you don't want it to be too thin. Now I'm going to go in with this shade Daddy and I'm going to pack it into this crease. As you can see, I don't know what I'm doing here, but I'm winging it. I am going to blend this out up to my outer lid. For people who are better with eyeshadows, and you might have a way easier time doing this. This is just me learning and literally filming it. I'm taking some more concealer and I'm packing this onto my eyelid. I don't know why I'm doing this. I think in my mind I'm doing a cut crease, but obviously it's not gonna look like that. But for those who want to know, I am going in with this shade Social Blade. And as you can see, my face of confusion is horrible. And I just decide, you know what? Let's pack on some more concealer because that totally makes sense. And I decided to add in that shade Guac onto the area that I so geniusly added on more concealer to. I'm laughing at myself because I'm so glad that I'm filming this for people who are not professionals at this and are still learning. You got this. Yes, I seriously just used a makeup remover wipe to take off the excess of eyeshadow. Now I'm going to go in with this white from the Imagic palette and I'm going to trace around the snakeskin to create a little bit of dimension. I'm going to take that shade Benny and I'm going to add it to all the areas I placed that white to create a little shadow around all the white that I traced around. And I almost forgot to add this little white glare in the eyelid. And I decided to throw a little jewel in the middle of my forehead. This is optional. Now I'm going to go in with this black eyeliner again and I'm going to use it to create these little cracks in the skin. You can kind of put these where you feel they look best. I'm putting them all on the outer corners where there's like skin hanging off. And this time I actually remembered to curl my lashes before I put on a fake lash. I'm only putting on one this time just because I don't want to distract from the snake eye on the other side. Now I'm going to go with this LA Girl in the shade Spice and I'm going to outline my lips, but I feel like it looked kind of too dull, so I decided to switch it and go in with the Milani liner and it is in the shade Bordeaux. And now I'm taking the shade Rich Ruby from Maybeline and I'm going to fill in my lips with this beautiful red. So now I'm going to take this black and I'm going to outline a snake, I guess is it a neck or an underbody? I don't know. I don't even know if they got a neck. Anyways, I'm sketching this out and I'm going to add these lines straight across. As you see, I got a little confident here thinking I could do this fast and I messed up. So I'm fixing it. I'm going to take that same green and yellow and I am going to fill in my neck. And I want to carry that same green and just kind of place it underneath the lines hanging out on the outside. So I felt like my shoulders looked a little bare, so I'm going to do the same steps that I did on my face, but onto my shoulders. And I'm just going to sketch out a little snakeskin, fill it in with some green and yellow, and then take some black and outline all around that snakeskin. So I'm taking that black eyeliner and doing the same steps again on the face, but on my shoulders. And I'm gonna add that snakeskin in there. Obviously bigger scales because it's way further away from the center of my face. And I'm taking some of that white from the Imagic palette and also adding some highlights again on the snake scales. And I'm gonna add it to my neck to create a little bit of a highlight on my under, I guess it's my underbelly, but it's my under neck. Right under my neck, I filled in with some more green and yellow. I don't know why I didn't do this the first time, but yeah. And I'm taking my spirit gum and I am going to lay this wherever I want some glitter to lay, because that's what I'm putting here. And this glitter, you can get any type of glitter. There's no special glitter I'm using. It's just some glitter I ordered off of Amazon. And I decided to add a little bit of glitter right underneath my eyebrow because I feel like the eye looked kind of plain, but that just may be because I don't know how to put on eyeshadow right. I decided to go in with this shade Benny again and add some shading right underneath my neck. And I kind of placed it all on my forehead as well, just shading a little bit more because that's my favorite part. And I am certainly adding some more shading around the snakeskin on my shoulders. And last but not least, I'm going to go in with this Wet n Wild highlighter in the shade Bloom Time. So this is the first highlighter I have ever purchased or owned or anything. So of course I'm going to OD on the highlighter and put it in places that I don't even think it belongs. This is the final look. I wanted to do this snake skin under the skin, I don't know, but I really liked it. I love the way it came out. I threw a little red moment on my lips just so we can give an extra to it. It's not, sounds dead, like I'm gonna close my eyes so you guys can get the full effect. I wish I can close one eye and open the other, but it's just not the way I'm set up yet. It's giving me like a Latina snake vibe. I don't know. My nose piercing is not real. Although after this, I'm not gonna lie, this might be a thing. This might become a thing. My hair is like not cooperating. I got hair all over me. I just want to say thank you guys so much for tuning into my second video on here. I am so excited with the way everything is going. Like, this is again still new for me and I'm so proud of myself that I was even able to create this. So excited. Like, I made sure I looked like a glazed donut. It's a little blinding right here though, Justina, to be honest. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. And if you want to see more videos of me doing this kind of stuff, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And if you want to be notified every single time that I post a new video, hit the little bell button. It'll notify you when I post the next video, period. And you already know I'm about to hit you guys with a little clip, a little Vogue moment. I really appreciate you guys tuning into my channel. This is something new for me, and I cannot wait until the next one. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but this is the direction this one went. Comment down below if you want to see something, see me create or recreate something. I would be more than happy to look into that, because it might be something I'm interested in doing, or maybe it's something I'm thinking about already doing. And I'm sorry, all these flyaways in the background. But thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. God, now I gotta clean it all off. I'm sad.